Fox News personality Jesse Watters appeared at the Turning Point USA conference this week, where he encouraged that crowd of maskless super spreaders to actually ambush Dr. Anthony Fauci if they ever see him in public. And as if that wasn't bad enough, the rhetoric that Watters used was so bad that it actually prompted Fauci to say that this guy should have been fired on the spot. Here's what Jesse Watters said. This is where you say, Dr. Fauci, you funded risky research at a sloppy Chinese lab, the same lab that sprung this pandemic on the world. That's not true. You know what people don't trust you, right? Boom. He is dead. He's dead. He's done. You do that, 30 seconds, it's all you need. Get us that. That's what we want. That changes the whole conversation of the country. How so? By killing Fauci? I mean, you said he's dead, he's done in 30 seconds. And then you said, we want that. Now, the language is vague enough to avoid criminal charges for calling for somebody's murder. But it's still loaded enough with those charged words to where his base, that crowd, could absolutely take it to mean we have to kill him. Kind of like Donald Trump's rhetoric at the Stop the Steal rally. If you don't fight like hell, you won't have a country. And then those people literally turned around, marched to the Capitol, and fought like hell. This kind of rhetoric is irresponsible. It is dangerous. And in my opinion, it's absolutely insightful. That's what he's doing. He's trying to incite people. I don't mean it's incite. Wow, that's insightful. No. I-N-C-I-T-E. Incite. And Watters knows exactly what he's doing with this. And again, Fauci did an interview, talked about it, and he said, this is unacceptable, should be fired on the spot. But then Fauci went on in a very mature and grown-up way and said this. So it's easy to criticize, but they're really criticizing science because I represent science. That's dangerous. To me, that's more dangerous than the slings and the arrows that get thrown at me. I'm not going to be around here forever, but science is going to be here forever. And if you damage science, you are doing something very detrimental to society long after I leave. And that's what I worry about. He's right. That's what all the attacks on Fauci have been from the beginning. It's not because Fauci's actually done anything that they dislike. In fact, it's because Fauci has done a lot of things that contradict them, and that's what they don't like. But Fauci moves based on the science. You can try to claim this guy is some kind of partisan hack. You can put out these idiotic talking points that, he's in it for the money. At the end of the day, Fauci's a science guy. And he cares about the science. And that's what he's been trying to do since day one of this before Republicans shut him down. And now he's become public enemy number one because science is public enemy number one for these people. And it always has been. They ignored the economic science, right? The social science, telling us that trickle-down economics doesn't work in practice. They've ignored the science on climate change. They've ignored science for decades in order to push their idiotic backwards policies. And they're not going to stop now with COVID. And now that they have a personification of the science they so very much hate in Anthony Fauci, they're using him as the stand-in for it. And I don't want to see anything happen to Fauci. I'm not a Fauci fanboy. I also don't think Fauci is in any way an enemy of the state. He's a guy trying to do a job. Just like a lot of us out here. But most people don't have to deal with this same kind of rhetoric being thrown at them by crazed Fox News hosts who never get held accountable for what they say.